I'm going to be revealing the Facebook surfing strategy. So this is a strategy I learned from a guy named Tim Bird and a bunch of other sort of top Facebook marketers that use this strategy, like people who are doing over like 25k days. And I'm just going to be giving it away completely for free and showing you guys step by step how to go ahead and use this. So this is for people who are more intermediate to expert when it comes to Facebook ads and you're sort of looking to scale. So if you're sort of new to Facebook ads, you might want to watch my other videos because this one's going to be a bit more advanced and it might be confusing. You only want to be using this strategy if you have a winner and it has over 30 plus profitable sales over the past few days. So I'm going to give you guys an example so you'll be able to really visualize this. This will sort of just make things much more easier to follow. So I went through the extra step of using the back corrector. It sort of went viral, and I also set like a current profitable CPP. Let's say the average cost per purchase is $15 and that's how you're making money. You're making a probably say $20 to $25 profit margin, and probably even more if you include upsells, and you're getting cost per purchases at $15. What you want to do and how you start with this surfing method is you want to create ad sets. You want to duplicate your winning ad set, your best ad sets, and have the budget 30 times cost per purchase. In this example, the cost per purchase, as I said in the previous slide, is $15. You times that by 30, then you will have a budget for this winning ad set at $450. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna start it the next day at 12 a.m. and around 8 a.m. you should be expecting around 8 to 10 sales. And if you do, then you're profitable. Now, if you don't see 8 to 10 sales and it's unprofitable, you're going to want to kill the ad set right there, right then, and save your money and cut your losses. But if you do, you're going to then double your budget from $450 to $900. By the way, use this exact same formula with any one of your own winning products, using your own costs per purchase, times that by 30, then doubling that budget. So you just follow this step by step and just plug in your own numbers. But that's sort of why I went ahead and used a back corrector. So it has a clear example, so you can just switch out the numbers. But you want to double your budget from $450 to $900 at 8 a.m. So usually people say,
don't touch the budget throughout the day no matter what.
And that's what everyone does. So the people who go against that rule are like profiting and doing pretty well. And that's why this strategy works so well. And as you can see, it's sort of like a win-win situation. If you hit 8 a.m. it doesn't have a sale, then you know the ad set isn't scalable, and 2, you're able to kill it and just cut your losses right there, right then. Instead of blowing $450, you will only have blown through maybe $150, and you're able to save money straight away on a bad day. And if it's a good day, it's going to be profitable, and you're going to be able to double your budget and then double down on your wins. So this is like gambling, but you're able to control your losses and therefore come on top of the house. So the results, what are you expecting? So you're going to be expecting to double your sales, keeping the cost of purchase relatively the same. Your ROAS might decrease 10 to 20%, but the increase in sales is going to far make up for that small dip of ROAS. So this is really allowing you to capitalize on those really good days. So let's talk about what happens when it hits 12 at noon. So I talk about what happens when it hits 8 a.m. Now we're going to talk about midday. If the ROAS dips 20 to 30% plus, let it run just at 900 profitably. Now if it's unprofitable, you want to kill it right there, right then at 12 noon. But if it's still profitable and by a good amount, and it's only dipped by like 0 to 15%, so it's still maintaining a cost per purchase, say around $17, $17.50, you want to double it again to $1,800. Now I know that sounds crazy, but this is how the pros scale to like 5-figure days. And then what you do is at 12 a.m. you reset it for the next day. So you lower the budget by 50%, so you go from 1,800 back down to 900. And you rinse and repeat this strategy every single day. So what you do is you turn on the ad sets that didn't get 8 to 10 sales by 8 a.m. By the way, these ad sets that you're choosing, these ad sets must have been proven to work before you then transition them into the surfing strategy. If it's proven to work, we're going to give it another try. You're going to give these ad sets 3 days. So if by 8 a.m., 3 days in a row, they don't hit the 8 to 10 sale mark, that ad set and interest is probably not scalable, and you should just cut it there. And you don't want to rinse and repeat it the next day. Now what you want to do is you want to reset the budget back down to $450 if you did 900 the previous day. So if you only double it to 900 and by noon it sort of, the ROAS dipped a bit, but it was still profitable, so you didn't double it again. You just want to bring it down to 450. And you also want to reset it down to 450 if you doubled it again and you were doing 1800. You want to reset it back to 450 to repeat the process. But if you were having really high ROAS and it was really, really sweet at 1800, you might only want to reset it down to 900 and just half it there, and don't really take it all the way back down to 450. And then if you do this correctly, the next day for that winning ad set, you're going to be able to double it to 1800 at 8 a.m, double it again to 3600 at noon. And then if it does really well at 3600, the next day you bring it back down to 1800 and then rinse and repeat that cycle. And this is what you're going to do with a really, really sweet ad set. But if it's not a sweet ad set, then you just bring it straight down to 450 and you try again next day and see if it performs better. And the good thing about this strategy is bad ads can turn good and good ads can turn bad. So every day is different. Every day Facebook optimizes differently and every day has its own circumstances, and you just never know how well an ad is going to perform based on that day. So what you want to do is rinse and repeat this strategy every single day, and if it fails 3 days in a row, you no longer will use that ad set in this formula. And ideally you want to have like 5, 6, 7 ad sets that are doing insanely well. And these 5, 6, 7 ad sets can either be interest targeting, lookalike audiences, or custom audiences, and you just use this strategy. So what you want to do is you want to run a bunch of interest targeting, a bunch of lookalike audiences all over the world in different countries, and take all the best ad sets from your initial scaling phase and bring them into the surfing strategy. But yeah, that's the surfing strategy, and that's it step by step, A to Z. I did not leave anything out, and I made sure to provide as much examples and clear numbers to make sure that you guys are able to interpret it with ease.